drug addicts are always irresponsible for their health. And, I just wanted to talk about that because there's a lot of people, eating this satanic American diet. They're not even eating food and they don't think they're addicts. They don't think they're in the same boat as a crackhead or a meth head or a fucking heroin addict or a cocaine addict. Like, they don't think they're in the same boat. They think they're better than them. They would look down on a crack addict and a meth addict. They would judge them. Most of them would, because they think they better. Because, they're eating shit that's not even food, but they think they're eating food and they don't think they have an addiction to anything. If you're eating the satanic American diet, you're just like a fucking crackhead, a meth head. You're no better, no different than a person addicted to any other type of drug. The one thing that all drug addicts have in common, drug addicts are irresponsible when it comes to their health. Like, you've never seen a healthy crack addict eating healthy and going to the gym. You've never seen a healthy meth addict eating healthy, eating fruits and going to the gym and working out and jogging. Like, you don't see it. Drug addicts do not give a fuck about their health. And so then when you start looking at people eating the satanic American diet, you see the same thing. They don't give a fuck about their health. They eat shit and don't even want to know what's in it. Just like a meth addict or a crack addict. They don't give a fuck what's in the meth. They don't give a fuck what the meth is made from. They don't give a fuck what's in the crack or what the crack is made. They just want, hey, is it going to make me feel better? It will? Then give it to me. I don't care what's in it. That's how people that eat the satanic American diet are. How are they any different? They're even worse because these fucking companies selling you this poison put a list of all the fucking poisons on the goddamn package. And y'all don't even read the shit. They put it right on the fucking package. And you don't even read it. You're even worse. Because crack doesn't come with an ingredients label. Meth doesn't come with an ingredients label. But all that toxic, poisonous, disease-causing bullshit in the satanic American diet that people eat comes with an ingredients list on the fucking package. And they still don't read it. You don't give a fuck about your health. You go out to restaurants and you'll eat and you don't know what the fuck they're putting in that shit. You don't give a fuck about your health. You are a drug addict, period. I mean, look at, you got all these big fat motherfuckers out here weighing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 motherfucking pounds. That's drug addiction. That is a person that don't give a fuck about their health. You got over 800 million people out here suffering from diabetes. That's 800 million people that don't give a fuck about their health. That's 800 million drug addicts. You have another 600 million people out here living and suffering from heart disease. That's an additional 600 million people that don't give a fuck about their health. That's an additional 600 million drug addicts. And then you got about 20 million people suffering from some sort of cancer. That's another 20 million drug addicts. And then that's just 3 diseases. I mean, and the list is forever long. You could talk about heart attacks, strokes, liver disease, kidney disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, on and on the list goes. All of these people are drug addicts, and these diseases that they're suffering from and dying from are the consequences of their drug addiction. You understand? This is how deep drug addiction goes. It's not just what motherfuckers smoking and shooting in their arm. It's not just the pills they're taking. It's what they're eating every motherfucking day. And all these restaurants, they're trap houses. They're not serving food. They're serving up drugs. All of these motherfucking grocery stores. 90% of what's in the grocery store, at least 90%, probably 95% of what's in all of these grocery stores is drugs. It's poison. It's not food. When you're in the produce section, you got fruits and vegetables. Out of those fruits and vegetables, I only buy the fruit. I don't eat vegetables because vegetables are nasty. I don't like the way vegetables taste in their raw, natural state. So for me, you're talking like 95% of what's in any grocery store is not food. And at least 90% of it is toxic. It's addictive. It all causes disease. Grocery stores are not food stores. They're grocery stores. Well, I don't know what the fuck a grocery is, but it's not food. They don't call these places food stores. But, you know, even if it did, it wouldn't matter because they lie about what food is anyway. They tell you that these places like Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King, you know, you driving on the freeway and you see the sign and it'll say food. And then it'll say Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Domino's, blah, 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 all these different trap houses. None of these places sell food. And when people go there, they don't know what the fuck they're eating. When you read the menu, there is no list of ingredients to the side of it. They don't tell you what they're putting in it, and you don't fucking ask. And because you don't ask, you're being incredibly irresponsible over your health, which means you don't give a fuck about your health. Because you don't even give a fuck about what you're putting in your body. You're a fucking drug addict. You're not eating for nutritional purposes. You're eating for a high. You're eating for pleasure, for comfort. How are you any different than a person that smokes crack? A person that shoots heroin? A person that smokes meth? How are you any different? You drink coffee. How are people that drink coffee any different than a person that smokes crack? Coffee has at least 2 drugs in it, the caffeine and the sugar. If it has dairy, that's at least 3 drugs. How are you any different? The crack addict is just smoking crack. You're consuming 3 drugs at one time, just so you can feel better. Caffeine has been classified as a psychoactive drug. How are you any different? All 3 of these substances triggers the brain to release dopamine. How are you in? That's 3 different dopamine hits you getting when you drink your little coffee, your little Starbucks or whatever. How are you any different? You're not any different. It's just your drug addiction is socially acceptable. That's the only difference. Your drug addiction is legal. Theirs is illegal. They can go to jail. You can't. That's the only difference. You're just as fucked up as they are. If you consume these unnatural man-made processed sugars, you're just as fucked up as they are. How are you any different? Consuming sugar, that's a dopamine hit. In lab studies, sugar has been proven to be more addictive than cocaine. How are you any different? Sugar is in every fucking thing. If you're eating the satanic American diet, you are eating sugar. And it's more addictive than cocaine. It's more addictive than cocaine. You're a fucking drug addict. Salt triggers the release of dopamine. It's a dopamine hit. Dairy is a dopamine hit. Shit. Dairy also triggers opioid receptors in the brain. How are you any different? You're not any different. You're a fucking drug addict just like they are. But you've been tricked into it. And they chose it. You've been lied to about it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to hop on and talk about real quick before I get out of here and go to work. Today is day 4. This isn't my day 4 video. It might be, of eating just apples. But today is January 17th. 2025. This is my 4th day of eating just apples. This morning I had an opal apple, which is really good. I mean, I don't know, it's different. It don't even taste like an apple. It has like a real tropical fruit flavor to it. And I had a Cosmic Crisp. And that sheesh, that boy was good. But yeah, I gotta get out of here, go look at this job, check this job out. But yeah, I just, I felt inspired to do this video And then I was going to do it later. And then I said, well, I probably should just do it now. And so, this is going to throw me off, schedule. I'm going to get to the job later than I said I would, later than, I wanted to. But, it's okay. I can do that. So, I'll talk to y'all soon.